Gentlemen, man, it seems like I haven't seen you in a while, but I know I just saw you last week. So here's the deal. Welcome back to the Tiege Hanley Starting a Business, Building a Brand vlog. This one, number 8. So first thing I thought would be fun is to actually show you when I talk about Rob and Kelly and the mad scientist, who I'm actually talking about. I got a Christmas present from Rob. I opened it up and it's actually a mug. Actually, let me set this down. It's a mug with a picture that we took the night that we met. That right there is Rob. You know that guy? That's me. That is the mad scientist, which I thought was pretty clever and funny. And that is Kelly. Now, if we look a little bit stressed and Rob looks a little rosy-cheeked, well, it's because we just got done eating and drinking like gentlemen. We also got done negotiating. I'm talking hardcore, baby. Anyway, it was a really cool present, and I just thought I'd show you and introduce the guys and the team over at Tiege. All right, so the last vlog, number 7, we spoke all about websites. I am pleased to announce that we have officially signed off on our website development partner, which happens to be my guy Corn over at Squirrel Lab. Super excited. He gets it, he understands, and we are moving forward with the website development. And so this is something that we really needed to be finished about 30 days before we do our soft launch, which we'll talk a little bit more about the whole launch strategy a little bit later on in this vlog. But the website is happening. Development of the product packaging also happening, which brings up a very important point. While we were actually doing some of the sourcing and figuring out what was happening with our packaging, we started to get a little bit nervous because a lot of the information that we're finding out is that the lead time in getting custom packages made can be upwards of like 6 weeks. It can be longer, it can be shorter, but this posed an issue because with our proposed launch date, we don't have 6, 8, 10 weeks to actually wait. And so when you're starting a business, if it is a physical product, you need to make sure that you get everything sort of in line. Because one of the issues that we will run into if it takes 6 or 8 weeks is that we really have to be pretty accurate with projections. Because if we come out of the gate and we're more successful than we hope we will be, we might not have the packaging. And so you want to make sure, because it might take a little bit too long, but if we know and we can really get that lead time down, and lead time essentially is just how long it takes or how long before you get the product you have to actually place the order. Does that make sense? That's essentially lead time. Having a good grasp and idea of exactly how long it's going to take you from start to finish to get a reorder of a specific product is paramount. Because there's another topic and another word that you may have heard is called par level. All right, so let me see if I can explain par level. All right, so you get your opening inventory. Maybe you've got 1,000 units. At what point in that inventory basically selling do you need to reorder? There needs to be like a level, which is the par level, that triggers a reorder. And if you can figure this out, A, it prevents you from tying up too much capital in inventory because cash is king, as they say, and having access to cash and liquid cash that you can buy things when you need it, maybe it's for marketing, maybe it's for product, maybe it's for advertising, whatever it may be, is critical. And so one issue that a lot of companies make is that they're like, okay, we don't know exactly how many we're going to sell, but we're going to buy 10,000 because we can get a little bit of a price break, maybe 5 cents. Well, they tie up 5,000 units worth of capital when they really need some of that, maybe half of it in terms of inventory, and they could use the other half for advertising and marketing. If they don't sell through that inventory quick enough, they're doomed because they don't have enough cash on hand to execute the business. And B, the other issue, if you've got something that's perishable or something that will go bad over time, you could potentially, if you don't sell it, you could have to throw out, or the inventory could actually go bad. So this is a terrible thing, obviously. That's wasting money. And so figuring out what that par level is and what our lead time is going to be in order to replenish our inventory and stock is a critical component to figuring things out and getting it right. Because if we miss it, it could be devastating for a company or brand, including Tiege Hanley. The other issue is, what if you don't order enough, right? What if you underestimate how much inventory you're actually going to need? Well, that has a whole, because the worst thing, if you're a business, if you're a company, The worst thing that could potentially happen is you launch it, you underestimate how much people are going to love it, and all of a sudden it flies off your shelf. And before you know it, you're out of inventory. What happens then? Now you can't take any more money. All the potential buzz and trajectory, all the momentum is going to come crashing down. And this, for a new business, can be devastating because you might never pick up that speed. So we need to make sure that we have enough inventory to satisfy the initial demand, but also we need to make sure that the time that it takes to get more product or more inventory isn't going to kill our business. And so, as you can see, it's not exactly easy to figure out. Guessing, just like throwing a dart against, that's not going to get you closer to success. But to some degree, there is a bit of risk and some unknown variables that you need to try and consider, which is tough. It's really difficult to figure out how much people are going to like it, how much you're going to sell, how much product we're going to be giving away to you guys who've signed up for the email list. If you guys haven't signed up for the email list over at Tiege.com, there's a link down below. You should probably do that now. Bringing us to the point and part of the equation where we need to start talking a little bit about marketing. All right, you got this amazing product, you got this crazy great business that you're sure that millions and millions of people are going to love. Well, how are you going to let them know how much they're going to love it? And so marketing is probably just as important, if not more important. I will actually go out on a limb and say it's more critical to the success of a business than the actual product that you're selling, because I have bought some crappy products that had really good marketing. They suckered me in, right? But the marketing of this product and your business is going to be something that is going to really be the driving factor whether or not you are going to be successful or not. Marketing is so incredibly important, and it's not something to be taken lightly, and you really need to spend some time going through the plan, the objectives, and the strategies of how you're actually going to roll out or the launch of the product. And then there's long-term, how are you going to market the product long-term? But this initial 30 to 90 day window that we're sort of setting for ourselves. So we've got some projections, we've got some sales goals that we're hoping to hit that we think are reasonable. But now's the time that we need to start deciding and developing a marketing plan and strategy, because when you're ready to launch is not the time, because there's some things that you're going to need to put into place now or start the process, getting things rolling now, that are going to basically just help you facilitate a successful rollout or launch. And I think that's probably a good place to pick up next time. Marketing is so critical and so important. I think it's best if we basically stop this vlog here and pick it up next time with marketing. But one funny thing, I'm going to leave you with a funny story, just about the conversation that Rob, Kelly, and I were having about marketing. And so we're talking all about marketing, which we'll get into next time. But Kelly makes the comment, yeah, and we need to get a viral video. And Rob and I both kind of like laughed it off. I thought, what? Viral video? And so Kelly apparently knows a guy who was like, hey, I could make you a potential viral video. And anybody who has been in the internet space and the marketing space understands that viral videos aren't a thing that you can just make. If you could, that's the business to be in. Viral videos are so, it's almost like going viral as a video is a result. It's not a thing. If you're ever talking to somebody and they claim to have the key to a viral video that doesn't include kittens or animals playing musical instruments, they're lying to you, because people, it's impossible. You can't figure out and you can't craft a viral video. Now, what you can do are make videos that are fun and engaging with the hopes that they do go viral. And this is definitely something that we're going to be working on, but to actually hire somebody to make you a viral video? Yeah, right. That ain't happening. But it was funny. Rob and I got a kick out of it, and Kelly took a little bit of heat. But I think we're all on the same page now, which is the important thing. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you missed any of the other vlogs, they're all listed and linked down in the description. I will see you next time, where we're talking all about marketing.